Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am the DJ Atomica, and we are back with Paranormasight, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. I'll have to beg your forgiveness for any strangeness that my voice might have today. I burned the roof of my mouth yesterday eating dumplings, and it still hasn't fully gone back to normal, so drinking lots of water, taking it easy with the voices. Well, I won't fully eliminate the voices, but probably not going to just go 100%. So, we're back with Paranormasight. This is a really cool game. I've been enjoying playing it so far, and I'm excited to get back into it today. A recap, since it's been a week since it's been 2 weeks since we played this. This feels a little bit loud to me. Hold on, let me reduce this music a little bit. There we go. Right, so the game as it stands. Wait a minute. Yes, okay, we're good. It said start game. It didn't give me like a load game. I was a little bit scared. So, we're in this world where curse powers exist. Curses are, they're magical practices that allow you to kill someone if a certain set of specific conditions are met. For example, this first character we played, Shogo Okie, could kill anybody who turned to leave him behind. It's a little bit of a weirdly specific criterion, but that's what we had to work with. And we're playing through a bunch of different characters who have gotten these curse powers all at about the same time on the same night. The purpose of these curse powers is to kill enough people to collect enough souls to activate the rite of resurrection, which allows a person to theoretically bring someone back from the dead. Well, we've never actually seen this happen. It's just sort of part of the knowledge that was imparted into us when attaining these cursed powers, and apparently also a willingness to kill is imparted into the people who get these powers as well. So we're slowly starting to tease out how exactly all that happens. Shogo Okie was our sort of prologue introduction character before we even got access to this story chart. We played through his storyline. He actually gathered the requisite souls rather quickly, but was killed before he could use them by an unseen force. We don't exactly know why he was killed, or how, or even who or what is responsible. But we also found out that we, as the player, can influence these characters in ways that they don't fully understand. There's a little bit of a metatextual element to the gameplay in Paranormasight. For example, we know that there is a certain cursed power that can be defeated by turning down the in-game voice audio. We, as the player, must do this. So I'm keeping an eye out for those sorts of things. And we are now moving through a bunch of other characters. I've, for some reason, not able to go back to show the portraits. That's fine. Oh, wait, there we go. We also played through the beginning of Haru Shigima's story. These stories all seem to be kind of progressing simultaneously, and so we keep hopping back and forth between different storylines. Haru lost her son to a kidnapping and murder ransom plot a couple years ago. The police were not very helpful, and so she wants to collect enough souls to resurrect her dead son. And also, she's working with a private investigator to uncover more details about what happened that night when she lost her son. Last time, we just got finished playing through the majority of Tetsuo Tsutsumi's storyline with his new partner. Tetsuo apparently used to work for the paranormal division of the police department and is kind of seemingly familiar with a lot of this stuff. When he got his curse powers, he is apparently able to resist the temptation to kill, and so he and his partner have sort of set their mission to go around and collect the cursed stones that give these people their powers. Now we're moving on to the, I guess, fourth character, if we're counting the introductory character of Shogo, Yako Sakazaki, who is a high school student at this high school that, I'm going to be honest, has been giving weird vibes, lacing itself through all of the other storylines. We saw a little bit of it in Shogo's introduction. We've heard references to it in Haru's story and in Tetsuo's story. So it's starting to seem like whatever's going on in this high school is relevant to all of what's been going on in Honjo right now. Honjo is the region of the city that we're in. And yeah, I think that about serves as a good catch-up. We know nothing about Yako and her storyline yet. This is just the beginning. So I think it's probably time to just dive in and see what this story has for us. Everybody get ready, get your lounging energy on, get your snacks, get some water. I've got some water here. I've pre-stocked some water bottles. If for no other reason than to salve my burnt mouth. But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the 7 mysteries of Honjo, of which there are more than 7. Don't ask. Let's start. Yako Sakazaki, 12 a.m., midnight. Komagata High School. All right, we're starting right here in the middle of things. I think it's the middle of things, anyway. I hear a clock. I see a girl. That should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? I'm ready. Give it to me. What do we got going on? Okay, I'm ready. High school student, Yako Sakazaki. Person of interest updated. Another thing about this game is that they like to give us a lot of information. Yako is a student in Class 2C at Komagata High School, unable to comprehend why her childhood friend and classmate Michio Shirazaki committed suicide. She attempted to investigate the incident herself. However, she was unable to make any progress, and feeling desperate, invited transfer student Mio Kurosuzu to join her in performing a spirit board ritual. All right, I guess that's a little bit of spoilers. So yes, this Michio Shirazaki character, who leapt to her death a few weeks, maybe a few days ago, seems to be central in the happenings of the curses of Honjo. The 7 mysteries of Honjo, if you will. So things are starting to seem like they're tying back to her for reasons I can't quite yet deduce. I'm hoping this storyline will give us a lot of information that we didn't already have. Born and raised in Honjo, Sumida City, Yako's family has owned and operated the beloved candy shop Senoya since its establishment in the Showa era. Wow, I tend to think of candy shops as more modern things, but I don't know. I guess people have been. Oh, encoding got overloaded for a second. Weird. OBS gave me a message about that. I think it looks like we're back to being okay. Weird. I wonder if that was an electrical thing because the heater turned on at the exact moment that happened. I'll keep an eye out for that. All right. Presuming that this stream is still running. Senoya, despite her modest appearance, Yako is a cheerful and vivacious young woman with a sense of duty and compassion so strong that she's easily moved to tears. She's also a bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome, always prepared to stand up against those who harm her family or friends. It is possible, however, that this readiness to fight is more driven by an innate love of chaos. Oh, so she's a troublemaker, I see. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys in school since she was a child remains unbroken and is the source of considerable stress for her mother. Okay, so she's ready to throw down at the drop of a hat. I'm not sure how valuable that's going to be against curses. All right, let's start. This is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Right? Okay. Do you want me to do that? That's difficult. Like this? Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Chat, don't repeat this. I'm a trained professional. Do not try this at home. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Please come to me. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Board, please come to me. You're a little off. Huh? Just relax. I'll say it again. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Please visit us. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you are there. Whoop. Okay. It really moved. That was not me moving it, by the way. Can I move it? I cannot. Just checking. Because sometimes these characters do things that we, as the players, don't tell them. Like, curse people to death. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right. Questions. Start with a question you know the answer to, and see the response. Then, when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you can ask what you really want to know. Okay. I'll start with something simple. What is my name? That should be easy to test. I think it should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. No. Huh? It told me no. How rude. No, I'm not going to tell you your name. This is beneath the ghost, apparently. Ah, I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the Spectre of the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit really the real deal? It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. What is this place? Okay. That should at least be, presuming this is a spirit of somebody who died in the school, they should at least know the school, right? Maybe they don't know me. Maybe this is like a ghost from 50 years ago. It would make sense that they wouldn't know me. But they would at least know the school, presuming it hasn't changed its name. Where are we? Hi. Okay. They just say high school. High school. But which high school? See, this is the thing. These are very generic answers. High school, that's right. Yeah, but it's... These answers don't seem to be very precise. What is this girl's name? Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? Mio. That's right. All right, so... Presuming we're entertaining the possibility that this is actually a ghost and not just Mia messing with us, Mio, this ghost at least knows Mio's name. Why would a ghost know Mio's name but not mine? Well, we certainly wouldn't be in contact with the specter of our lost friend. That's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. What? I thought... How flattering. Psychic girl Mio Kurosuzu. I think they mislabeled the dialogue there. I think that was supposed to be Yako's line. That confused me for a second. They said that was Mio, but I don't think it was. Mio transferred to Class 2C at Komagata High School about 2 months ago. Okay, so now that's another thing, is that if she's a transfer student, how could the only way that this ghost could know her name is if the ghost died prior... No, if the ghost died after 2 months ago. If the ghost died in the last 2 months, or they came from whatever place that Mio transferred from. Both are possibilities. Although she's an extremely mild-mannered young woman, she exudes a somewhat off-putting dark aura, which makes it difficult for her to form friendships. Mio has, however, found a friend in her classmate Yako Sakazaki, and has begun opening up to her little by little. The truth of the matter is that Mio is the apprentice of a famous psychic. Possessing exceptional spirit sense, she takes on the troublesome task of surreptitiously handling spiritual disturbances that break out in schools across Tokyo before they become a problem. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is something that Tetsuo was mentioning back when he was working with the paranormal department of the police, that they have, like... They have, like, consultants. Like civilian consultants in the form of psychics, and I think Mio might have been one of them. I might be misremembering, though. She transfers schools frequently as a result, and thus has trouble making human friends. That's a weird... That's a weird adjective there. Making human friends. Is she friends with ghosts? I feel like this is the kind of character that's going to be friends with ghosts. Mio has already solved an incident at Komagata High School involving a female student possessed by a spirit. Although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense, many develop an impression that Mio has a deep knowledge of the occult and paranormal upon first meeting her. I woke up perfectly in time for an Atomic stream. I can't believe it. Good morning, Bob Bunny. How are you doing today? Happy belated birthday. I know I've wished it to you already, but let this be a matter of public record. Happy birthday and good morning. I'm glad that I can catch you in the early hours. Well, actually, I don't know how early it is for you right now. I haven't done the math, but... Hello. How are you doing today? For me, it is minus 10 degrees Celsius. So I am inside playing a video game. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good day when a birthday comes. It's actually 7 p.m. All right, fair enough. Good evening, then. Are you preparing dinner for yourself? Does it count as dinner if it is 7 p.m.? Or does it count as breakfast because you woke up? These are the questions that Aristotle debated with Socrates. You know that painting, that famous Renaissance painting of the two in the forum talking with each other? This is what they were discussing. What makes something dinner? The time or the food? Yeah, so we are just starting out a new storyline in Paranormasight. We are playing as Yako Sakazaki, a high school student who is attempting to contact the spirit of her dead friend and classmate for reasons that are not immediately clear. I think she might have died under mysterious circumstances. And so we enlisted the help of this girl we're reading about now, who is apparently the local medium for hire, to try and contact her. It's my breakfast dinner. One might call it breakfast, or alternatively, binner. I think... I think I like binner better. But breakfast does have a certain aura to it. I don't know. Maybe it would be wise to reserve both. Maybe we can use both, depending on the context. Maybe it's more of a, what mood are you in? But I assume that means that you're going to be having breakfast food, which I think is always a pleasant thing to have. I do love some breakfast food. I don't get to eat it very much because I don't eat breakfast very often. Just because I'm usually, my alarm goes off, I'm out of bed, dressed, and heading to work pretty much immediately, which doesn't leave a lot of time for breakfast. I can't really stop at the Waffle House or whatever. I've thought about getting a bagel sometimes, but I gotta stand in line for that. And I would usually prefer to get more sleep over getting breakfast. Anyway. Although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense, many develop an impression that Mio, this is our local psychic, has a deep knowledge of the occult and the paranormal upon first meeting her, leading her to be anxious that her secrets have been exposed. The most common comment she receives is that she seems to get along well with crows and black cats. All right, so she's just fully playing into the archetype. Good to know. She also has a pentagram in her hair, just to complete the look. I bet even the teachers get it wrong all the time. Not gonna lie, I woke up craving spaghetti. Alas, don't believe I have any, so breakfast food is more likely. I do love some breakfast food. Is there a breakfast form of spaghetti? I feel like that's something the Italians would have invented, right? Breakfast spaghetti? I'm genuinely curious now. Is there breakfast spaghetti? It's got to be a thing, right? I mean, okay, well, I'm getting a ton of recipes that do not seem particularly authentically Italian. Like sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast spaghetti. I think this might not be an Italian original. What if I add the word Italian to the search? Maybe that'll help. Italian. Cold spaghetti from the night before, straight out. Rich. You know what? You're not wrong, Mug. Also, hello, Mug. It's good to see you. How are you doing? How you doing? Italian. Okay, well, it would help if I spelled breakfast correctly. God. It's all falling apart. 31 delicious spaghetti for breakfast recipes. They can't all be good. You can't tell me that there are 31 different good breakfast spaghetti recipes. I refuse to believe it. Howdy, been good? Excellent. Excellent to hear. Did you guys get trapped in the snow? I didn't lose any power. None of my utilities went out, I don't think. Okay, so they did turn off my water for like 12 hours because they were repairing something in my building, but that was fine. I got over it. Still buried. It's never going to melt. Oh, God. It'll probably melt by August, one might hope. Yeah, so I, I was surprised by a lack of running water in my house, and I had to DoorDash water, which was unfortunate. And it's Jazz. Hello, Jazz. How are you doing? How are things going with you? Last seen playing Chicken Police. That game looked very interesting. I was lurking while you were playing that. It was very, very stylized. Man, hopefully the water comes back. The water's back. Don't worry. I have water. I have running water in my place again. All is well. It was only out for about 12 hours, but now I also have a 24-pack of Aquafina water bottles. So that's what I'm trying to burn through here when I hydrate. It's helping because I burned the roof of my mouth on dumplings yesterday. I'm eating breakfast, in quotes. I see you are also on the breakfast train. What have you chosen for breakfast, in quotes, today? See, me, I just skip straight to lunch before I stream. I've never been a huge breakfast eater, though I do enjoy breakfast food. I usually just skip straight to lunch. Egg on sourdough with a sausage. That does sound very good. You got any cheese in there? Or are you just going pure egg? A pure egg sandwich. I feel like I've been seeing egg sandwiches get way more popular recently. I don't know if that's just the algorithm switching over onto an egg sandwich track for me, or if that really is a genuine trend in the population. I was gonna add cheese, but I didn't want to slice it. Oh, you've got like proper cheese that you have to manually slice. You're not coming in with the Kraft singles. No, not for Jasmanian. She is above that. She does not accept such shoddy craftsmanship in her breakfast sandwiches. Fair enough. It's important that we have standards for ourselves. We have some soft cheese from Portugal. That sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Any European cheese is like... I feel like it's their game to lose. Isn't that the standard, slicing your own cheese? Ah, apparently you were not introduced to this when you were stateside. It is very common to get pre-sliced American cheese. And of course, American cheese is the most common type of cheese used in America for sandwiches and stuff like that. So you'll just get like a block. It still comes in blocks, but the block is pre-sliced. They slice it for you at the factory, because that's the sort of modern convenience that, that we Americans apparently decide to put our effort into. But yeah, I feel like European cheeses have, like... I don't know, maybe this is just because I grew up on American cheese, and so it's just sort of, you know, it tastes like default cheese to me. I feel like any European cheese is already playing with a buff. You know, they've got more flavor. They're more interesting. This is just me. Like, there's a section of my grocery store that's, you know, the cheese section, and they've got little baskets out in their counters where they'll have little leftover blocks of cheese that they weren't able to sell, and they'll say, okay, you know, everything in this basket is $5 or less. And so sometimes when I go in there, I'll just like, you know, ruffle through those baskets and see if there's any type of cheese that, you know, I maybe want to try. And a pre-sliced block is a very funny visual in my brain. It's very common here. I'll actually see if I can find a photo of this. Sliced American cheese. There's got to be photos of this, right? I feel bad for anybody who came here to watch the game. But for me, The conversations are always the most fun part of streaming, so let's see. Pre-slice. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of pre-sliced packages, but where are the pre-sliced blocks? I know that those are here. You'll also get what are called craft singles, which is like it's like a booster pack of cheese slices. It doesn't quite come in a block because each individual slice is individually wrapped in plastic. Let's just go regular American cheese. American cheese. I know that this should be... Yeah. Here we go. Alright, let me pull this down into my downloads folder. And I can bring this back into OBS. Wait, do you know about the cheese cave? I think it was cheese. Yes, I do know about the cheese cave. There's more than one cheese cave. Let's see. Ah, there we go. See, this is a block of American cheese. And it comes pre-sliced. There's more than one? Yes. Okay, so we'll get into this story in a second. We have sliced cheese, but I save it for grilled cheese, honestly. Yes, this is very much like if you are making a heated sandwich type of cheese, this is the type of cheese you want, because American cheese is really good at melting without splitting. That is its sole claim to supremacy, I guess. Okay, let me get rid of this. Remove. Yes, I wish to remove that JPEG. So yeah, if you go to a deli, they'll ideally slice your cheese and meats for you too. Yeah, this is also true. If you go and buy your cheese from a legit deli counter, they will pre-slice your cheese for you, which is also a nice service. It looks exactly how I imagined. It's kind of funny. I'd love to eat all of that. I wouldn't recommend eating all of that at once. American cheese can be a little bit rich and heavy. But yeah, so the cheese, they're actually cheese bunkers. So as the story goes, as I understand it, I'm sort of paraphrasing from a bunch of different sources that I've heard this story from. During Prohibition, yes, government cheese. The story of government cheese, exactly. During Prohibition, alcohol, the sale and production of alcohol was illegal in the United States. And, you know, aside from all of the crime and bootlegging that... sorry, is it bootlegging? No, moonshining. Is bootlegging also a Prohibition term? I forget. But there was a lot of illicit activity going on. It is also like a pound of cheese, so like pace yourself. The government banned alcohol, and so ice cream kind of filled the social void that alcohol did. And so the dairy market experienced a huge boom. And then after Prohibition and after the Second World War, there was less demand to feed soldiers, and alcohol was back on the menu, and so these ice cream parlors were not as popular anymore, and so there was about to be a crash in the dairy market, and the government didn't want that, so they started subsidizing dairy production. They went to the farmers, or the dairy farmers, and said, hey, we'll pay you to keep making milk, and we'll buy the milk from you. So milk production ramped up. The dairy farming industry was supported by the government, but now the government has all this milk that nobody's using. And so they said, okay, we're going to turn the milk into cheese so that we can, you know, make it last longer, and then we'll store the cheese, and we'll have, like, strategic cheese reserves. And so just, like, bunkers and bunkers, warehouses of this reserve cheese was established for decades, and this kept going, you know, through multiple presidential administrations until Reagan came along and, saw this as sort of the prototypical example of, a government boondoggle waste of time and money and resources. And so he cut the program and, said, to the public, we're going to get rid of all this cheese. And the public said, okay, but instead of disposing it, just give it out to people, right? People can eat cheese. Give us the cheese that we paid our tax dollars to create and store. And so that's where the idea of government cheese came from, is, as part of a typical welfare program of the time. If you were poor, you could apply for government food assistance programs, and part of that would be government cheese from these cheese food vaults. And there's a whole bunch of other weird side tangents about all of that, but yeah, that's the basic story of how it went. The dairy industry was huge, and then it was about to be not huge, so the government propped it up and just gathered a lot of cheese as a result, and that's how we get the phrase government cheese. Pulling up to the function ready to start a robbery of the government cheese caves with my homies. Unfortunately, the government doesn't have cheese caves anymore. All of the cheese caves that exist now are privately owned by corporations, but there do still exist some cheese caves. And yeah, that's the story that I did not think I was going to be telling when I started Paranormasight today, but here we are. Yeah, no, it's all owned by Velveeta and Kraft and stuff like that. But that does mean we get our Kraft singles. Anyway, what were we talking about before this? Breakfast, cheese. We've gone down quite a rabbit hole. Excuse me. Let's see. Maybe we should move past this line of dialogue. I bet even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I don't remember what this subject was about. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Oh, right, it was her name. The ghost knew her name, but not mine. A little offended by that, but, fine. A ghost will do as a ghost does. You asked if I had cheese on my breakfast sandwich in the convo. Oh, yes, that's right. It was originally a breakfast convo. Breakfast spaghetti. Yeah. I don't think I asked, Paul. What are you deciding to have for dinner or breakfast? If you decided against spaghetti. I mean, you could have spaghetti for breakfast. There's no law against having spaghetti for breakfast, I don't think. I don't know the laws around spaghetti in your country, but I would presume you're allowed to eat spaghetti whenever. I feel like the Italians might have laws about when you're allowed to eat spaghetti. They take their pasta very seriously over there. I think literally, like, regional governments have published guidelines for how to prepare specific pasta dishes in certain regions of Italy. So, like, the law does get involved over there. I have macaroni, so I might get myself some macaroni and sausage. Ooh, that's a nice dish for half breakfast. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Well, yeah, I think that'll serve just fine as a breakfast dinner. Well done. Okay, so I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. I mean, you're employed by the government, I think, to... Oh, no, we're still getting these encoding overloads. Very strange. I wonder what could be causing that. Granted, I haven't updated OBS in a while. It's possible it's a lack of updates on the OBS end. I think we're fine. We lost, like, in total over the course of the 45 minutes of stream that we're doing, we've lost a total of 94 frames because of encoding lag or encoding overload. So it's not a huge problem, but I don't know. Maybe I'll update OBS after stream. Maybe I'll I'll risk it all. Is it really you? Yes, we're trying to contact a specific person. Though I don't think that's who or what we're actually in contact with here. This seems to be a different entity, because this, whatever we're communicating with, didn't know my name. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? I imagine... What? Well, then what the fuck am I talking to? Huh? It said no. Is it lying? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. I guess that makes sense. You wouldn't just call me the streamer of Twitch. No, there's a lot of those. Oh, really? Huh. Feels like some kind of mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes. Alright. Well then what's your name? Tell me. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. I guess we're insisting on what is my name. Is that a raid from Floofy Boo? Hello, raiders. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I am the DJ Atomica, and we are playing a really compelling supernatural thriller visual novel called Paranormasight, The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Monkey. Welcome, Boo. Hello. How is everybody doing today? You were last seen playing Heartopia. I saw a thumbnail on Discord. I thought that was what you were playing. Yes, yes. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for joining us. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did do Hydrate, but I can do Stretch. Sorry, I've been forgetting to mention Hydrates because I've just been kind of doing it on and off today because I burned my tongue on dumplings yesterday. No, excuse me, not my tongue, the roof of my mouth on dumplings yesterday. Everybody take a stretch. Limber up. Always good. Keep the blood flowing. Keep your muscles stretched. It's good for the body. I've got an addiction to Heartopia. Yes, this is something I've heard happen. I take it you liked the game then. I'm trying a first-person Project Zomboid. Oh. I think I'm familiar with Project Zomboid. Let me real quick just do a Steam check to make sure I'm thinking of the right game. Project Zomboid. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I know what this one is. A first-person Project Zomboid. Interesting. Well, let me know how it goes. I'm be interested to hear. How's the scary game? The scary game is very interesting. It is a game where we're playing along multiple storylines, multiple characters, and we as the player have influence over the characters that they don't fully understand. Like, we the player are a different character than the characters we are playing, if that makes sense. We have frequently intervened very subtly in these characters' storylines without them knowing or fully understanding what's happening to them. So it's become very meta in a very interesting way. Currently, we just started, I say just, we've been yapping a little bit, but we have started a storyline of a character who is a girl in a high school that is already very suspiciously implicated in the narrative that we've been seeing so far. We're trying to contact our friend, the spirit of our friend who died under mysterious circumstances a little while ago. And so we've consulted the local psychic girl in our school to try and, I guess, make contact with the spirit realm. It's similar in gameplay, at least. At least that's what peeps are comparing it to. Okay. I see. Yes, of course, raiders, please take care of yourselves. If you need to hop off the raid train here, these transitions are always a nice place to sort of take stock, move in, move out, take care of yourself, get some food, get some water, take a break. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, it's... Project Zomboid is one of those games that I've heard mentioned so many times, but I just have never really seen it, or like, I've never played it myself. I might have seen it played here or there, I'm not sure. But it appears to be a top-down game, so a first-person one would be an interesting immersion shift, I would say. Right, so we're not actually totally sure what spirit we have contacted here. It's a beloved game and very hard. Ah, right, I think I do remember people saying that it's sort of like a challenge game. Fair play, fair play. I feel like that'll be harder in first person. Maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe people got too good at Project Zomboid, and so they said, we need to make this more difficult. Put them in first person. Wouldn't be the first time. So, this spirit didn't know our names at first, but we're asking again. Maybe they'll know our names this time? No. It didn't even hesitate this time. Don't take your finger off that coin. Well, no, this is my, this is how I'm going to pay for parking. I need this coin. Bad juju happens. Yeah, they're going to give me a parking ticket. Do they still... This takes place... We've sort of been trying to narrow down exactly when this game takes place. We think it's in the first half of the 1980s. So I have to imagine they still had coin-operated parking meters back then. Nothing a flamethrower can't fix? Against the meter maid or the ghost? I feel like one would be ineffective and the other would be very illegal. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Who does Mio have a crush on? Okay. These... The dichotomy of these two questions, I feel like... If I'm being in character, if our character is supposedly a little bit of a troublemaker, I feel like we wouldn't be taking this situation completely seriously, but our profile also says we have a strong sense of justice and will do anything to protect our friends. So I feel like that might lead us to go direct. Who does Mio have a crush on? I don't know, chat, what do you think? Should we indulge the... Should we indulge the cliche? Oh. Option 1, you think? Yeah, okay, I think we can do that. Who does Mio have a crush on? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Ah, you presume much, Yako. Hey, you're going to ask that kind of question? Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious. No, let's not do this. No. Thank you, Ghost. The Ghost said, look, people, we're here to discuss something serious. Get your head in the game, please. Huh. It said no. Guess that must mean you don't have a crush on anyone. Or she doesn't have a crush on a boy. Phew. Yeah, that's it. No is correct. Let's move on. Methinks thou doth protest too much. Ah, or maybe... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Boy. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Oh. Wow, okay. So the spirit's willing to play along. Hey, stop that. Don't make me exercise you. If that's the case, then... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, is it a teacher at our school? No. Okay, thank God. I was getting a little worried there for a second. Aw, no good, huh? Phew. Yako, cut it out already. We made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions. You've got a point. Alright. Michio's cause of death. Alright, here I go. I'll be serious now. Not to derail, but the macaroni plan is out the window. My mom is making homemade fish dumplings. They're going to make noodle soup to it. Homemade fish dumplings is way better than macaroni and sausage. You have made the correct decision. I would have done the same thing. Macaroni and sausage versus homemade fish dumplings. That is a no-brainer choice. Absolutely correct decision. Well done. Noodle soup is also a good choice for cold weather. I take mac and cheese all day. Really? You'd go mac and cheese over homemade fish dumplings? Really? I would go for the dumplings, personally. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. I don't know if I've ever had fish dumplings. I don't think I have either, but it sounds good. I've had shrimp dumplings. Does that count? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? Yeah, alright. We're in the good stuff now. Alright, it was under mysterious circumstances. We are in the game. Dumplings is bread with a tiny bit of meat in them. Yeah, it could be meat. It could be... It's really just any kind of filling. With a gravy-like sauce. Yeah, it definitely could be. Alright. So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now's the important part. Yeah. Person of interest updated. Who? Michio Shiraishi. Okay. This is the girl who died. Was a second-year student at Komagata High School. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley of South Warigesui Suite. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it. Warigesui Street. Her entire body broken and severely contorted. Police determined that Michio committed suicide by jumping from a nearby apartment building. As there was no suicide note, the police based their conclusion on interviews with Michio's peers. Michio was an honors student with a good head on her shoulders and consistently excellent grades, making her a favorite among the teachers. Although she appeared somewhat reserved, she had a positive outlook on life and a courageous spirit. Michio and Yako formed a long-lasting friendship during childhood, with Yako's unbending, uncompromising attitude deeply influencing Michio. However, beneath her strong exterior, Michio had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up to the point that they risked overflowing. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michio began avoiding Yako. We can add in 3 minutes, everybody. Brace yourselves for that. Take the precautions you need. Although the two remained in the same area of town and attended the same high school, they gradually grew further apart. It's a sort of dough, I guess you could say, and you put fillings in and fold clothes. We usually steam them, but you can fry them or boil them too. Yes, they're very adaptable. Honestly, dumplings are probably some of my favorite food. I think I've got to put them up there as all-time favorites. Top 5 favorite foods for me, definitely. All forms of dumplings. Gyoza, the thicker dumplings that, that have more bread to them. I like those as well. Any type of dumpling. Dumplings or specifically fried gyoza is all the way at the top. Yeah, I like the pan-fried gyoza. The ones where they sort of They steam them at first, and then they sort of fry the very bottom of them with like the starch skirt at the bottom. That's peak dumpling right there. I feel I dislike them. I remember not having a good dumpling dish. Really? Were you soured on dumplings at some point? That's deeply unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, Monkey. Dumplings are some of my favorite foods of all time. Granted, there can be a lot of variance in dumplings because it's basically just, a pouch of dough with filling in it. So you can kind of put anything in there. It's very possible to put something bad in dumpling wrappers and just have a bad dumpling. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad experience with the Monkey. Yes, with the skirt of the dumpling. That's the good stuff right there. Chef's kiss. There's meat, veggie kind, fish kind, etc. Yeah, literally anything. Literally anything can go in dumplings. There's even a Southern American version of dumplings that don't have any filling. It's just the dough, and then what would normally go as like a sauce on the outside. It's a dish typically used in chicken and dumplings. This is a Southern American dish. You can get it at Cracker Barrel. That's kind of the most out of left field form of dumpling, but otherwise, tons of cultures have their own versions of dumplings. Right, like my family background is Polish on my father's side, and so we for Christmas usually make pierogies, which are a type of dumpling. It's a dough wrapper filled with, it could be cheese or potato or mushrooms or anything really. I've seen people make noodle cheese dumplings on social media, like Spicy Bulldog. That's the nice thing about dumplings, is it can be literally anything. Love Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is a surprisingly consistent good restaurant. I think it took me a while to find something I liked at Cracker Barrel, but I did eventually. Pierogi, my beloved as well. We usually spend like a day, on Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, making the dumplings to cook on Christmas. So we usually have homemade dumplings for Christmas. Pierogies, homemade pierogies on Christmas, and it's delightful. Yako herself worried for her childhood friend, but incapable of wading into complexities of Michio's home life, kept her at a distance. The days passed, and though Michio longed to confess everything to Yako, the moment to do so never came. Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Oh. Damn, that reveal came right during the ad break. All right, we'll wait for the ads to be over before discussing that piece of information, which I feel like is going to be very, very important. I'll also take this opportunity to hydrate while the ad is finishing. God damn it. You would think you'd be able to drink water competently at the age of 31. But sometimes I forget that the mouth is used for both drinking and talking, and so I'll try to talk at the same time I take a drink of water and spill it on myself. All right. Hopefully that was during the ad break and nobody saw that. Anyway, not consistent in the decor. I'm pretty sure they've taken some of the staple stuff down in some places. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like whatever they can scrounge up in the area. I don't even think they have like a dedicated warehouse for the decor of Cracker Barrel. Anyway, okay, so before the ad break happened and before I doused myself, we came to this piece of knowledge at the end of Michio's summary, which was Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Don't look at me like that, Ba. Don't look at me like that. It's fine. I promise I'm capable of drinking water. So, Michio's old talisman from her father, That to me sounds like maybe that that could be a curse stone. An old talisman from her father. So did her father possess a curse stone at some point? And if he was able to live long enough and pass it down, that to me says that maybe Michio's father was a previous player, for lack of a better word, in this curse contest. And that maybe Michio herself was brought back to life. This is my wild speculative headcanon now. This is what I'm now thinking. I'm thinking Michio's father may have had a curse stone from a previous round of the Rite of Resurrection. Very interesting. Michio's cause of death. What is it? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Yes. It said yes. Okay. So it was an accident and not a suicide. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from that apartment building? No. Huh, she didn't. Okay, well this is interesting because I had originally thought that she might have been murdered. Either by being pushed or like cursed or something. To say it's an accident now, what could it be? What do you mean? Michio didn't die falling from the apartment building? She did. No way. If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that, in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, but not a fall. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Seems like it doesn't know the details. What could it be? An accident. It did not involve falling. Her body was quite messed up when discovered. So now I'm thinking maybe like a vehicle might have been involved? Or a curse. Then how about... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. We want to use the Rite of Resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the Rite of Resurrection is? I wonder. Oh... Huh? Is this what activated it? Ah! It seems like it might be. What is this? Stop! I'm scared. Mio! Calm down. You can't let go before it's over. Right. Ah! Alright, we're getting our curse stone this time. Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Fool's procession, those who hear shall fall into the depths of hell. Kill them. Kill them. Those who hear this sound. Kill them all. You've acquired the curse stone, the Fool's Procession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the curse echo for more than 30 seconds. The effect will be negated if you are seen in that time. Press the Use Curse button to produce the sound. Okay. So we've gotten a little bit spoiled by the previous storyline where the guy didn't want to use the curse stone at all. And he was immune to the murderous intent that is imparted to a person by the curse stone. So let's see how Yako responds to this. Files updated. Fool's Procession. Kills by fatal fall one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the curse bearer. Oh. Kills by a fatal fall anyone who hears the music for 30 seconds. So that could explain how it was an accident. Maybe somebody was trying to use their curse power on someone else, but Michio got caught in it and heard the same sound and got cursed as well. Huh. Very interesting. Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You, who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. So now I'm starting to think, is it this seance that triggered the activation of all these curse powers at the same time? Because I think it was at the same time. I think this is around about the point where everybody is getting their curse powers. Was it this seance that activated the Seven Mysteries curse death game? I guess is the best way to call it. It feels like a death game to me. Alright, let's move on. A very weird feature of this game is they make us manually select all the chapters. 1 week ago? This is much too happy music. Something has to be going on. It's a stairwell. Can I move? Oh, I can move. Yep, okay, this is a high school, for sure. Right. I think that's Japanese. Anybody read Japanese? Anybody know kanji? Now's the time to speak up. I imagine this is just normal school board stuff, but who knows? Maybe this is the secret to the whole thing. Alright. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical honor student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after her 3rd semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice tests makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is test scores and grades. Okay, a little bit insensitive there. High schooler. What about you? You rumoring? Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What? Really? Who? I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way. Michio? She's been acting pretty strangely lately, but I still can't believe it. So we're just sort of eavesdropping on all this, eh? You hear about suicides on the news, but for it to happen here, it's a little scary. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred into Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. That must be Mio. Do you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had a suicide? Uh-oh, rumors are starting to spread. What, for real? That seems like kind of fishy. I'm not pressing the dialogue buttons on it. They're just kind of speaking at their own pace, so I kind of just gotta read. Did you know? I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Really? How so? Like, he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her? That's more than a jerk, I would say. I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. That's so scary. No way, I couldn't take that. These could also be just completely unfounded rumors. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at home. Alright, well, the high school rumor mill is doing as the high school rumor mill does. Hi, homeroom teacher. I think I've seen you before. In another storyline, I forget your name. Ahem. There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors, got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Why? Maybe that's a precaution. In case it's violent, but... I guess before the police report comes out, if they haven't ruled it a suicide yet, you might think that there could be danger. Okay, I can see that. Hey, you. Stop celebrating. Show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly. If anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Several days later. Alright, I guess we're back. Yako? I'm sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being a nosy... Oh, we can be formal or informal. Let's be informal. Let's be friendly. But thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? About the rite of resurrection, I guess? I feel like that would be our first thing. Hey, Mio. You know about the rite of resurrection, right? Yeah. That thing Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. Oh, that's right. Our teacher is like a... He's like an actual academic who publishes theories or tries to get them published, but they don't get accepted. Or something like that. He writes about folklore. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find out if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. The Spectre of the Spirit Board? You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want? Ah, yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Oh, no, we've insulted her. Have we insulted her, or have we worried her? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff. You know, you've got that kind of gloomy look. Okay, well, that's rude, Yako. Come on. Come on, you can't just say somebody's got a gloomy look. High schoolers. High schoolers, man. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes. I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Oh, we have more on that. More about the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Alright, we're coming back to that then. Michio, she... I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy, and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and that her grades went down. But to say things like, "How sad, no wonder she killed herself, how dare they?" She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it. Uh-huh. Well, we certainly put a lot of stock into our trust with a friend that we had been drifting away from. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People have been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yeah, there has been a strange feeling around things recently. Right, now we can probably talk about this. The thing you want to ask, is it... Yeah, I want to know the truth behind Michio's death. And where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... Well... Okay. If that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes! Thank you, Mio! Okay, then tomorrow, after dark. Back to the future. Or the present? Files updated. Files with what? What could have been updated there? Notes on Michio Shiraishi. Regarding the suicide of Michio, the cause of death, body discovered 1 week ago, died from full-body blunt force trauma in alley off South Warigesui Street. Believed to have fallen from the roof of a nearby apartment complex. Potential motives. The deceased parents had recently remarried, and rumors among the students suggest physical abuse by stepfather may constitute motive. That's it. That's literally all they have. That's not much to go on. 12 a.m. Kamagata High School, Class 2C. All right, we're back. How is Yako gonna play this? Huh? Are you awake, Yako? Yeah. What happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board and... I suddenly heard something, like this weird voice. And then I passed out? Yes. As far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just mild shock from how sudden it was. Huh. Was everything okay with the spirit? Yep. It was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? Huh? In my hand? Whoa! What the heck is this? It looks so freaky. When did I get this? Cursed stone acquired the Fool's Procession. Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. Wait a minute, do I not remember everything that I saw? Did I not get the memory? Or the murderous intent? Or any of the knowledge? It looks a little like the tools that we use for ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall. I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them." I see. Thank you. Yako, I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the Rite of Resurrection. Did you kill all the other members of the Battle Royale? No, not yet. And also, we might be on two different timelines here. It's not exactly clear. But hello, Dids. Yako Warner. Thank you. That's I knew I recognized that name from somewhere. It was Yako Warner. We are one of the Animaniacs. You and your fucking timeline. Listen, I didn't make the timelines. I just found them here. If we get back to the story chart, you'll be able to... Actually, so far, we've only had a split timeline in one character's storylines. We haven't had it in any other... We haven't had it in any other characters. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. You're going to find out that you caused the timeline split? Well, this is the interesting thing about this game, right? Is we, the player, are a different character, a separate character from the characters that we play. Like, we, the player, can do different things from the character. The character will do things that we tell them not to, or not do things that we tell them to. And also, we as the player can influence the outcome of events without the character. Like, are you the curse? I don't think so. Because we seem to be working at towards a different purpose, or at least we can work towards a different purpose than the curses. So, like, the quintessential example is that in one of the earlier storylines, we encountered a person who had a curse power that anybody who heard its voice would die. Which is very similar to the power that our character just got here. The power that Yako just got. Only hers is less powerful. You need to hear the sound over the course of 30 minutes before you can kill them. This person, it was immediate. If you heard their voice, they could kill you. So the way that, like, the character could not find a way out of this. The way to get past this is for us, the player, to go into the menu setting and turn off the voice audio in the settings. And that way, our character would not hear the voice of the spirit. Now our character had no idea what was going on. They didn't understand why they weren't hearing anything or why the curse wasn't working. Nobody in story understood what just happened. Because it was something that we, the players, did to help them survive. So the game is employing strangely meta-gamey stuff in its mechanics. Because we, the player, have a separate existence, even in-game, from the characters that we're following. It's very interesting. Yeah. Good morning, Kixie. Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? We are not quite as far along in Yako's storyline as we would have been if we weren't spending so much time yapping about food, but we do enjoy the yapping. It's part of the fun. How are you today? What's breakfast looking like on your end? Excuse me. I've been trying to hydrate more frequently because I burned my mouth on dumplings yesterday. So my voice might also sound a little bit weird today. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? Yapping about food is a hobby of mine. Look. Okay, so you would know about the cheese vaults, right? You've heard about the cheese vaults? Because Baw asked earlier in chat about the cheese vaults, and I relayed the details of the story of the American cheese vaults. And we, got into a bit of a rabbit hole about American cheese and whatnot. I know I said I wanted to use the Rite of Resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Those cheese balls that are for spreading on crackers? No. Cheese vaults. As in, like, underground bunkers filled with cheese that the American government had for, like, a couple decades. Have you not heard about this? It's kind of a wild story. Yako, please calm down and listen. Cheese vaults? Okay, so based on that reaction, I'm assuming you have not heard about the cheese vaults. So, here we go again. Listen, part of being a live streamer is repeating yourself. I know we have secret chicken vault. Okay, I haven't heard about the chicken vaults, but I have heard about the cheese vaults where after the Second World War and after Prohibition, the dairy market was poised to have a huge crash, and so the government just said, yeah, we're going to buy all of your milk to prop up the dairy market and keep it from collapsing. And they, in order to store the dairy long term, they turned all the milk into cheese and stored it in underground cheese reserves for decades. And, administration after administration didn't want to stop the program and, crash the dairy market. So they just kept accumulating cheese that nobody was using. And eventually the Reagan administration stops it and starts handing out the cheese for food assistance programs. And this is where we get the phrase government cheese. Yep, this is where government cheese comes from. Exactly. These days, there is no more government cheese. All the cheese vaults are owned by private companies like Kraft and Velveeta. But for a time, America had a bunch of bunkers containing a strategic cheese reserve. And that's far from the strangest thing the U.S. government has ever done. Yako, please calm down and listen. Okay, let's remain calm, chat. Let's keep our heads. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena that they couldn't understand in order to live with them. Did they turn it all into American cheese? That would be sad unless it's Velveeta. I don't actually know what kind of cheese they turned it into. Like, what varietal? Varietal? What kind of cheese was it? I got my foods and ready to feast. I shall be lurking about. Thank you so much for the lurk, Baw. And, of course, enjoy your feast, your homemade fish dumplings, which sounds absolutely heavenly. Alright, so what kind of cheese... I'm going to Google this. What kind of cheese was in the cheese vaults? I feel like it would be American cheese, right? Because it's the American government. I doubt they would make it all into Gouda. Government cheese is processed cheese provided to welfare beneficiaries, food stamp recipients, and the elderly receiving Social Security in the United States, as well as to food banks and churches. This processed cheese was used in military kitchens during World War II and has been used in schools since the 1950s. But it's the worst cheese. Cheddar would be great. I don't know about the worst cheese. I have nostalgia for American cheese. It might be purely nostalgia. I don't know. But I still think there are certain applications where American cheese is the accept no substitutes varietal of cheese. History and impact. According to the government, it slices and melts well. It slices and melts well. That sounds like American cheese to me. It's perfect for burgers, though. Yeah, exactly. Burgers, grilled cheese, um, lots of type of sandwiches. If you're doing any kind of heated sandwich and you want like a cheese to melt and not split. Much government cheese was stored in Missouri cheese caves, underground warehouses for storing and aging cheese in and around the Midwestern state of Missouri, part of a national network of such facilities. An erroneous article by Modern Farmer began circulating on social media in 2022, implying all of the USDA's 1.5 billion pounds of cheese was stored in caves near Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, okay. It was a thing, and ingredients. Government cheese is pasteurized processed American cheese, a term with a standard of identity. It is produced from a variety of cheese, cheddar cheese, Colby cheese, cheese curd, or granular cheese, made meltable using emulsifiers and blended. Other ingredients specified in the standard of identity may be used. Yeah, okay, so it was American cheese. All the cave cheese, which was not actually in caves, it was in facilities, but it's funny to say cave cheese. All of the cave cheese was American cheese. And that's what they gave out for the government food assistance programs. Which also kind of explains why American cheese is often packaged in, like, bricks today, because I think that's kind of how it was sent out during the food assistance programs. They would literally, like, they would deliver it to your house in, like, bricks, and then you would slice it. And these days, it comes pre-sliced. So, you know, modern luxury, everyone. This is what the Kraft Company gives us. Anyway, that's the saga of the underground cheese vaults. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. Edible gold bars. It's the new gold rush. Except the gold comes to you. Hello, Lordling. Hello, hello. I dang Twitch for not giving me notifications. Really? Twitch didn't send that out? I've been sort of experimenting in the last couple weeks of, like, which notifications to send out and which to not. I've been toying around with, like, you know, do I do Blue Sky and Twitter notifications? Do I just rely on the Twitch notifications? I don't know. I haven't collected enough data on, like, which is better for reaching people yet, so if I do find anything out, I'll let you know. But welcome, Lordling. Thank you for joining us. How has your day been? We are knee-deep in the third, or I guess fourth character's storyline in Paranormasight. But things are progressing a little bit differently. We don't appear to have the same kind of murderous intent as the others. I mean, even Tetsuo, the detective, got the murderous intent but was able to ignore it. But it's starting to seem like Mio maybe, like, exorcised the spirit that was trying to possess us, and so maybe we didn't get that drive? I don't know. It literally just happened, so let's see where this goes. The rejection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. Hello, Lordling. Hello, hello. I hope the day has been treating you well. I hope you're not too encumbered by the weather. I know a good half of the continental United States is, so hope everyone's staying safe out there. It's slowly starting to melt. Back to the void I go. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh. I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose to an extent. Hey, Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I gonna die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Acceptance is really the first step. In every case, trauma, your first encounter with the supernatural being, a murderous cursed death game. It's all the same, really. Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be all right. Thanks. That's a little bit weird. Huh. I'm getting suspicious vibes from Mio. We don't seem to have taken on the spirit or its murderous intent. But we have the curse stone. In our hand, at least. I'm starting to think that maybe Mio somehow stole the curse power from us? And in so doing, its murderous intent? Maybe she didn't steal it from us intentionally. Maybe she tried to save us from it, but in the process, she got the murderous intent of the spirit. Again, pure speculation on my part. But I find it strange that Yako doesn't seem to have any of the memories or innate knowledge about the death game that the other players had. I'm just going to call it a death game at this point, because that's kind of like the story structure that we're going with here. I know it's not technically a death game, but it has all the same points and dynamics of one, so I'm just going to call it a death game. The fact that Yako doesn't seem to have the innate knowledge of the death game that the other players had is odd to me. And the fact that Mio's just like, don't worry, I'll take care of everything. This is making me suspicious. I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board. It's fine. You're desperate to try and find a way to help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So I'm glad you invited me. All right, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. About the curse. Maybe I'm just reading into it too much. Maybe Yako does have that knowledge, but she just hasn't parsed it yet. No, see, what is this curse? Am I cursed? No curse user would ask this question, because every time it's happened before, they have just been downloaded with knowledge of how this all works. It was actually a little bit jarring the first time it happened. Narratively speaking, there was just like, okay, your character knows all this stuff now. It's like, what? What do you mean? But no, this time, Yako seems to be in the dark. Well, I've only looked into it a little, but I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse? Do you mean this curse stone? Yes. If the curse stone is used under certain conditions, a curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into soul dregs. Soul dregs are required to enact the rite of resurrection. Yeah, the fact that Mio is the one who knows all this, I think she got the power. Whether it was originally for me or originally for her, like the fact that I experienced it and then all of that was gone, and now she's talking all this knowledge that would normally be imparted to a curse user, I think she got the power. I think she's going to pretend that we still have the power and try to fool us about it. I'm onto your game, Mio. This is my prediction. I'm locking this in now. My prediction is that Mio is actually the one who got this curse power, whether intentionally or accidentally. And now she's going to pretend like we're the ones who have it to defer suspicion from herself. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable threat or considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. Alright, more info. So someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. The whole area seems to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The what? The Feast of Shadows? Yes. It's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. Someone did this. But who? I don't know enough to say. But it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rite of resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. Yeah, I bet that was a file update. I was expecting that. The Feast of Shadows is a technique that allows one to create a field that temporarily boosts spiritual energy. In addition to amplifying the spiritual power of a particular area, it can also be used to amplify the strength of grudges and desires tied to the area. The effectiveness of the Feast of Shadows is dependent on the abilities of the user, but it's possible to limit the scope and range of the spell to such a degree that one could use it to amplify the power of even those not naturally gifted with spirit sense. Right. So somebody activated this, and we don't know who, but it felt like it happened pretty much as we asked that question on the spirit board. So, was that us? A curse stone's powers can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects also only appear after the sun is set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day? Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sounds it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try? Stop. You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. Alright, you're getting metaphorical on me. I can't tolerate this. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation, even though I'm here with you. Wow, she has a lot of information, actually. That curse stone, I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. Yeah, I would know this. I would know this if I was the one with the curse power. That's how it's always worked before. I believe that it actually went to Mio. It would probably be best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel really bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. Let me think. Have we actually had an example of somebody taking another person's curse stone? Yes, no, we have. Absolutely we have. Tetsuo, the detective in the previous storyline, took the guy's curse stone on the bridge. So we know it's possible for people to take curse stones. I think this is a lie. I think Mio's lying about this. Or for whatever reason, this curse stone is an exception? Everything about this seems to be behaving in ways contrary to the way that we've seen curse stones behave in this game so far. So either this particular curse or curse stone is an exception, which I have no reason to believe that, or I think Mio's lying. I think this is, granted, this might be confirmation bias, but I think my theory is turning out to have some evidence behind it. No way. That curse stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuke carving, but I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. It is also possible that, taking everything Mio's saying at face value, she is not a curse bearer. So maybe only other curse bearers can take curse stones from a curse bearer. Maybe a normie isn't able to touch it or take it. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now. Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So there are two things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. Right. Well, if she was trying to defer a suspicion for her machinations, I don't see why we would split up. So, maybe not. Alright, about the 7 mysteries. The mysterious voice said the curse stone is called the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with the story with that same name, one of the mysteries. Right. I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. We also do have to manually select all of these dialogue choices, which is a bit of a strange design. If this is a curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with other mysteries. Yeah, that voice said there are other curse bearers, or whatever you called them. Not only that, apparently you get a lot of soul dregs by killing a curse bearer. Right. That's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's a chance you may be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Eep! We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. Yeah, it could also be... Okay, moving back to my my conspiracy theory. If Mio is lying and actually has the curse power, she could be using me as a kind of shield, right? If everyone thinks I'm the curse bearer, they'll come after me instead of her. And that would give her, a moment's warning at least, if not the upper hand in any encounter with another curse bearer. Just thinking about it. Just putting these ideas out there. But Mio... Yes? If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Okay, maybe she is getting the murderous intent somewhat. Okay, maybe I'm wildly speculating. Maybe I'm off the deep end. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you. Will you show me it for a second? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako! Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the rite of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight, we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay. Alright. So, maybe my theory is not so well-founded. Okay. Fair play to Mio. That was weird on my part. I think we are getting some influence from the curse. So maybe Mio is actually legit. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the rite. It's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please, focus on just worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. Ow! What the hell? Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio, are you okay? No, this is a curse. This is a curse. I remember this. We have an ad in 3 minutes. Oh, God. Talk about curses. Remind me. What do we have on the 7 mysteries? I think it's the beckoning light. Do we keep this knowledge? Spot hazy lantern up ahead, despite there being no one around. True curse, Das Capital. Hello, pandas. How are you doing today? We are, I think, being cursed. Actively, right now. So I'm trying to go over my records and see what we can do about it. Some say the flame is benevolent. I wonder, is No. Haunting Clappers. This is the one. No, no, no. Okay, no. This one is from a previous storyline, so. Green Beach. This is tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements. Foot washing mansion. Here's the command to wash. Yep, yep, yep. Ever burning lantern. Is this the one that? Yes, yes. Kills by disembowelment one who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. Okay, okay. Cursing is bad. We don't approve of it here. No, no, no. Yes. So, if we don't get out of this darkness, we're probably going to be disemboweled. Mio, are you okay? Oh, we're looking around. Hello? Mio? She's not here. What's happening? Where are you? Uh-oh. It's very dark, actually. I'm not sure I'll be able to see the jump scare even when it comes. Oh, yeah, no, there it is. For sure. Oh no, oh no. What was that? Get me out of here. Mio? Mio, Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here. Over here, can you see me? Huh? Where? I can't see anything. No, I really can't see anything. Oh, no, wait, there we go. There you are, Mio. Oh, the ad's going. Damn it. All right. Be done with your ads. Ads be gone. All right. So we've encountered this curse a couple times before. I don't think I know for certain who has this curse. My suspicion is it's the teacher? Because that teacher has popped up in a couple storylines at this point. I don't know. Okay, ads should be over. There you are, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful, your field of vision is being limited. Right. Okay, so Mio let us out of that. Clearly, I think we're... Is this... She returns home only to find herself incapable of settling her restless mind. Is this also some... I'm not sure we can access that yet, but we'll keep going with this storyline. Yeah, so like, as I was saying, all of the other storylines so far have been a single timeline, but it's only here in Okie's storyline that we've got this branching that we did as the player. It's interesting. I wonder how many options like that we're gonna have. All right, I'm gonna keep going with Yako's storyline. I think we can switch back over to a couple others, but inside Komagata High School. Hey, Mio, what was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there. In that classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well... I feel like we have to check it out. If we just walk past this, it's gonna try and jump out at us. It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. Time to go. Thank you for the stream and have a good day. Thank you so much for stopping by, Kixie. I hope you had a good breakfast. I hope you had a good morning. And I hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Your presence is always appreciated. And stay true to yourself. I am out of water in this bottle. Ah, damn it. All right, I'll get that later. All right, second water bottle of the stream. Here we go. I came prepared. All right, I feel like if we just ignored this and moved on, the Curse Bearer would try and get us, right? I feel like we have to investigate. It might be the Curse Bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay. Be careful. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Oh, it's on me now. See, the trouble is that my monitor is facing a window, so I'm getting a little bit of glare. All right, nothing that way. Yeah, the teacher is here. Ah! Huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Janochi? Yeah, this guy's popped up in a couple other storylines. He's involved somehow. And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A? Hitomi. Do I know Hitomi? Persons of interest. Hitomi. I feel like the name is familiar. Who's this? Oh yeah, that guy. Raichi. No, I don't think we know this person yet. Alright. But the teacher, we definitely know. He knew about the rite of resurrection and has been researching it. As he's like a folklore researcher. So the fact that he's here... The fact that he keeps weaving in and out of these stories makes me suspicious of him. Is he the one who set up this field, the Feast of Darkness, or whatever it's called? Tommy from Class A. What? Oh my. What's going on here? Ah. That bastard. He's at it again. I have to kill him. Alright, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to press B and see if the character... I won't let him get away with this. What? The curse. I could kill him with it. No, Yako. You can't use the curse stone. What's gotten into you? Resist it. Who's there? Is someone there? This is bad. We have to go before they see us. He's at it again. Kohei Jonochi is an English teacher and the homeroom teacher for Class 2C at Komagata High School. He was seen alone with Hitomi Okuda in a classroom late at night by Yako and Mio. Kohei was an honors student at the top of his class back in his high school days, the apple of his parents' eyes. He was placed under immense pressure to attend a first-rate university. The family's plans came to naught, however, when the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers his students to be beneath him and largely looks down on them all. Yeah, no, this guy is shaping up to be a villain. I think we saw earlier in the detective storyline that he also has foreknowledge of the rite of resurrection. Hmm. All of this is not just pointing to this high school, it's pointing to him. Ha! Ha! It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Ha! Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gotten into me. I could barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. All right, again, being a little bit rude. Being a little bit rude here, Yako. Oh. She keeps slipping in these comments about other people. I mean, it's high school, you know, it's drama happens. But could Mr. Janochi... Oh, hello. And Hitomi really be a curse bearer? Hi. Uh, what's going on there? Hey, guys, you want to maybe look behind you? I don't know, but we should be careful just in case. Yako? Hmm? When I give the signal, run. He's standing right behind me, isn't he? Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go. Right. Oh, we're about to have a spirit battle. Don't look back. Don't look back. That was a scream. I don't like that. Ha. Ha. I have to get outside. Let's see, to get to the gates, I go by the gym and... where's the gym? Hmm? What are you doing, miss? Eek! You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyways, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. School janitor, Makoto Ashimiya. Now, if I remember correctly, there was something about the, the murders, the Nejima murders. Spirit board, no, okay. Culture and society, maybe? That's one handsome janitor? Look, it's Japan. Everybody's very fit. You know, I mean, to be fair, doing janitorial work all day is a lot of exercise. Cult craze, spirit, telephone booth. No, I know that there's something about the Nejima murder. Yeah, the Nejima murders. Hold on. A decade ago, there was a conversation we had in the Haru storyline where this murderer, Nejima, might have gotten out on good behavior at some point. His greasiness, it vexes me. Well, look, trying to degrease yourself as a janitor, that counts as overtime, and the district doesn't want to pay for that. I remember having a suspicion that this guy was a murderer who was like in a rehabilitation program or something. But again, that's wild speculative connections on my part trying to put the pieces together. I have no actual evidence of that. There he is. Here's his person of interest file. High school janitor. Makoto is the janitor at Komagata High School. His predecessor was nearing retirement, so he began working as his replacement about 6 months ago. Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending the school. He is affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya. Although he appears to be a simple, admirable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Okay. There's that kind of circumstantial evidence connection that makes me think I might be right, but I've been wrong before. Whatever the truth may be, he will be remembered. Wait, what? He will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Komagata High School for some time to come. Okay, that's funny. Let's see. I forget exactly if that made it into the files at one point, but that thing about the killer Nejima getting back out into society after 20 years. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take it for one to act out like this. I'm sorry. Let's just try and get through this as fast as possible. Sorry. I forgot something back in the classroom. Huh? No sass today, huh? Realized you were in the wrong, did you? Yes. Forgot something in your classroom, eh? You're a piece of work. Huh? But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do? What's that in your hand? Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. All right, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. Ah, but... Now this is the choice. Go home without checking on Mio. I'm worried about Mio. She said, wait here for 10 minutes. We don't see anything. Go home. It hasn't been 10 minutes yet, at least I don't think, in game time. I don't want to leave Mio behind. Let's check. Actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That's so. Who's your friend? My classmate, Mio Kurosuzu. Ah, that transfer student. Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. So, if he comes back out... Okay, it's 2 a.m. This is not looking good. Komagata High School entrance. Yeah, this isn't looking good. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm gonna take a look. That feels unwise, but okay, sure. Here we go. Mio? Are you there? Well, there's no bloodstains. That's something. Though that's not usually a characteristic sign of... Oh. I spoke too soon. I was about to say, well, it's not characteristic of these curses to leave bloodstains. They just sort of leave, like, weirdly contorted bodies, but, well, here it is. Here's the bloodstains. That looks like something blue. That might be a blue uniform. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. That's, yep, that's curse stuff. Killed by, what was it? Disembowelment? Oh, yeah, there's that spirit. Where did I go wrong this time? That's my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Mio. I'm sorry, the truth is, Oh, 30 seconds. Wait, what? No, we have the 30-second curse. What was this? Yako Sakazaki deceased. All right. What was that? My Atomica, you seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. But this is bound to happen. There is someone who must not be trusted. Rip Yako Warner. All over again. The Animaniacs just can't catch a break. Someone who must not... That sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold important information from that person. Fear not. You may try as many times as you like from the event in question. Try again. Very well. Yeah, okay. Maybe we should not give that information. But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. What's that in your hand? Huh? The curse stone. Grandpa, really important to me. Weird tastes. Strain home. I'm a little late. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... Alright. Let's try going home alone without checking on Mio. Oh, right. Mr. Janochi was actually looking for you inside the main building. What's that? He's here right now? What's he thinking? I don't know. He was in Class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you said? I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own, really. That's so. The snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay. You worry too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. Though I imagine you'd know that better than anyone. Yes, you're right. For context, there was a student killed here a couple days ago. Our friend, which is why we were trying to contact the spirits to get information on her death. Right, we're at the front gates. Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? There's something coming down the road. It's the teacher. No. Wait, no. A teacher, that's Mr. Araishi. No, okay, there's... Wait a minute. Am I mixing up teachers? That's very possible. Araishi. Hideki Araishi. Yes. There are two teachers. Okay, no, that's the thing. I've been mixing up two teachers. There's Mr. Araishi, who's a historian who works part-time as a curator at the local folk museum and a teacher at Komagata High School. And then there's Jonochi. No, okay, I was mixing these two guys up. That's my bad. All right, so there's two teachers that may be involved at the high school. This is the guy who knew about the rite of resurrection. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Wait, he's the one who discovered the rite of resurrection. It wouldn't be strange for him to be involved with the curses. I wonder if he has a curse stone. What do I do? But it's way past the 10 minutes Mia said she'd be here by. I managed to escape. I can't let that go to waste. I need to get out of here before anyone sees me. Okay. Good. Taking care of yourself. We're now at 2 a.m. Yako's home. Ah, I'm home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk has ever felt so long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I just need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. But for now, I need some rest. Is this where her storyline ends? Ah, okay. Excellent. Failure to escape, a successful getaway. There are 2 storylines here. Okay. We've got... This is starting to get interesting. This is the second time we've had a split timeline that we can influence. This one was much more in the game than the last one. But it seems like something has opened up for us in the detective storyline. So, after persuading Araishi, the curse-bearer of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Tsutsumi and Ario have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining bearers. Is there... Hold on, can I access this here? I can! No, wait, I want the person of interest. So, Araishi is... Araishi. Hideki Araishi. Is he the only Araishi? I feel like Oh, right. He had the ever-burning lantern. Which was... Let me remind myself. The ever-burning lantern... Right, this is the one that traps in darkness. Okay, no, so we do know that he is a curse bearer, and that he was the one who tried to kill us with the darkness. Okay. So we know that's the curse that did that. We know that he's the one responsible. And he may have killed Mio. Right. All right. Let's get back to the detectives. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 4 a.m. When does the sun rise? What time does it rise? Road. Cool. Good setting name. Well, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? We've got nothing to show for it. It rises in the morning. Oh. How did you figure that out? Do you secretly have astronomy training and you didn't tell me? Scoundrel. Wait, I don't even know what month it is. I think it's... Well, it's not winter, because people are not wearing winter clothes, so... Hopefully this means that the sun will rise relatively early? Many moons of research? I see what you did there. It was moons because I kept missing the morning. That's also fair. That is often how it goes in the study of any field. Many moons. I see you. This is the last spot, huh? And we got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looked suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me as the player? Don't do that. You can't know me. You can't know I'm here. What? No way. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Kinshibori Park. Oh, you want me to physically click on that? Sure. Whoa. Okay. It's him. It's Okie. This is the first character we played as. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it. We were too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on. I'm gonna call this in. I really love the, like, scary curse music in this game. I love the vibes. The choir in particular, I think, is very cool. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Time to investigate. Yeah, so we're definitely playing in the timeline where Okie dies and Yoko survives. Not to be confused with Yako. Yoko is this character from earlier on in the game. So Yoko survived, Okie did not. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. Is Mr. Warner okay? For now, Yako is fine. Her father, I don't know, but I assume that her father is fine. The medical unit and forensics team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. That is bad news. So they got someone else. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? With suspicious deaths popping up, one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. I imagine we investigate now. All right, first things first, I'm going to look for those bird stickers that apparently elude me. Huh? Boss, that phone is ringing. Okay, maybe I don't look around. Dids, what are you playing? Alright, I'm not seeing bird stickers. I'm wondering if that's just in the Haru storyline. I don't know. I checked the surroundings earlier. There were no signs of a curse bearer or any curse echoes around. The ringing of the phone is the only sound cutting through the quiet park. Anything else to investigate? Telephone booths. Oh yeah, here. Suspicious corpse. A young man in his 20s, killed in cold blood. He's definitely dead, but I can't quite discern the cause from what I've seen. There are no obvious external wounds, but what is that leaking from his mouth? Water? Let's think. I haven't had the opportunity to think yet. Come on. The phone booth seems to be ringing. I think it's actually the phone in the phone booth that's ringing. I didn't even know those could receive calls. Again, I think it's probably the phone that you're confusing with the booth. Nothing on the trees. Nothing on the breeze. Let's look at June. He seems distracted by the phone. We talk to him? Let's talk to him. Boss, the phone. What about it? It's ringing. It sure is. Nothing but ace detectives here in the Tokyo Police Department. Excuse me, the Sumida Police Department. Boss, I think that phone might be ringing. I think you may be right. But what does it mean? Aren't you gonna pick it up? Huh? Why would I? Why wouldn't you? It's super suspicious. Can we talk again? Oh, give it a rest. You have anything better to do? Well, not exactly. Then why don't you pick it up? Alright, they want me to answer the phone. Fine. Answer. Well, better go check it out. You're right, but be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Damn it. Hello. Kinjibori Park phone booth. Are you fucking with me, Tsutsumi? Or were you just too scared to answer the phone? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Tsutsumi himself. Wait. That's Chief Inspector Tsutsumi now, isn't it? You come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together. What a time it was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround. Oh, no, wait, this is a villain voice. Okay, hold on. Let me reassess. Let's go kind of Batman villain. Wait. Is this Fumichika Nejima? What? Did you say Fumichika Nejima? Like the one from the Nejima murders? Nah, the one from Nejima Plumbing. Who the hell do you think I'm talking about? Ding, ding, ding. You got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tsutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. Ha ha ha! That it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? If this is the real Fumichika Nejima, he must have had a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? How did you find me? You've got to be, like, watching me, right? How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. Maybe I'm leaning more into M. Bison. I don't know. I'll take it. I'll lean into M. Bison. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. What's your goal? What is your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I have repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle at all. It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. It's a long time to nurture a grudge. Excuse me. You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time, I played the model prisoner, endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Tsutsumi. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. Okay, more about your goal, please. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Nejima, yes, Nejima from the Nejima murders. He's on the phone. And he is alluding that he is killed again, though I'm not exactly 100% on that. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Wow. Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I've always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would sate me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We got so much in common, we should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. He keeps saying mean things. It's almost like he's a murderer and has not actually... Well, the thing is, he said, like, I was living a model life until the opportunity was presented to me and I went back to my old ways. See, to me, that makes it sound like he's gotten a curse stone. I think he might have picked up some murderous intent again. I'm going to kill everyone you care about. One by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss, what about me? Well, wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you. Ooh, very nice. That is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all? Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo. What? She does? No. Forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm gonna find you and make you pay. Ah, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Fuck you. We're still asking what is your goal, apparently. I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times. I won't let that happen. More goal, I guess? Okay, no, we're going back and forth. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. All right, it's as I suspected. He has obtained murderous intent. Eh? Tsutsumi, you have the Evergreen Beach, no? Neijima, you're a curse bearer. You're using the power of a curse. Indeed, and what a peculiar curse it is. But that's where my hints end. God damn it, the curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. What's your goal? Ah, one more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally gonna shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll... Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't. Oh, but with this curse of mine I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? How about that, asshole? That's not where I expected him to go with that. I literally, I had a bit of a... I did a double take. I was not expecting him to go down this route. Idiot. You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. Ugh. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Neijima. You've got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid! Wait. Neijima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. Okay, so we have an honest-to-God supervillain in the story now. This game just keeps adding layers. It keeps getting more and more interesting. Boss. Ario, did you catch all that? Neijima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is going to make things tricky. You mean with Neijima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. Couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. We'll use them to find out where he is, but then we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye, aye, boss. Dude, this is... this game just keeps ramping up. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killings still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Tsutsumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Tsutsumi and Ario themselves spent the rest of the night looking for curse-bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Holy moly. Wowzers. Jazz wants cookies. I have donuts. Will she accept donuts? I don't have any cookies on me, but I got some donuts. Because the donut shop is right next to the Chinese food place where I got my dumplings that I burned my mouth on yesterday. So I usually do a 1-2 punch on Fridays. As a celebration for completion of a work week done, I usually get dinner at the Chinese food place, which is very good, and grab some donuts to take back home. Are they Krispy Kreme? Unfortunately not. I do have a Krispy Kreme near me, but it's like far enough away that it's inconvenient to get to, and the DoorDash page doesn't have any donuts on it, which sounds strange to say about a Krispy Kreme, but I don't know. You open up the Krispy Kreme DoorDash page, and it's just like beverages. It's just like bottled beverages. There's no donuts. That has to be a mistake on the Krispy Kreme's part, right? Oh my god! I just noticed that they're demarking day and night here in the upper part. Wow. I don't know what's going on here. That's insane. Well, I think that's probably where we're going to end things today, because we've been going almost 3 hours, and I don't want to start a new section just to wrap up in like 15 minutes. So I think we might raid out here. All right, let's see who's online. Who is raidable at this very moment? Of course, if anyone has suggestions, I'm always open. I wonder if anyone else is playing Paranormasight. Okay, let's get Twitch ready. Is anyone else playing Paranormasight? 7 Mysteries of Honjo? An absurdly long name. No, I am the only person playing this. All right, let's raid out to Kixie. Kixie was here earlier. Kixie is a friend of the stream. They like doing indie game analysis and indie game playthroughs on their stream, so I think they are a perfect way to raid out. All right. To Kixie, yes, I think that is the proper choice. Let's get the raid messages out. Ba-ba-ba-bam. All right, select whatever raid message you want. I'm going to... No, I'm going to go with the happy one today. There we go. And I'll get the actual raid going. Raid. Call me Kixie. Whoop. Something wrong is going with the internet. Hold on. I think it's angry at me for... Yeah. No, it's angry at me for crowding the bandwidth, I think. I might need to adjust that. All right. Let's get this raid going. Thank you all so much for joining me for another episode of Paranormasight, The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. This is a frankly really cool game, and it keeps upping the ante. I mean, we're going into the first day. We've 12 hours till the sun sets again, and this curse business starts all over. I'm surprised that, after seeing Okie die on the first night, that there even was more than a first night. This game keeps surprising me. So we're going to be playing it again next Saturday at this same time, 1 p.m. EST. I hope to see you all again there to continue this really compelling story. If not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and as always, stay true to yourselves, everyone.